this is Nick from Breaker Press Games, and this is the Breaker Bulletin for September 18th, 2024. Alright friends, welcome to the spooky season. We have now entered the back half of September, and it is time to get excited about all things horror and Halloween. And yeah, let's talk about all the grim, dark horror goodness coming from Breaker Press Games. So, for those of you that are not familiar with the Breaker Bulletin, this is where I give an update as to all of the stuff going on with Breaker Press. If you find this information useful, entertaining, or otherwise beneficial to your day, please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below. All right, let's talk about what is going on. First and foremost, the most exciting thing. Tragedy at Woodwitch Rise. This is the second set of one of the second set of proofs that has been done. All of the proofing has been done. All of the minor edits that were left over the last couple of weeks. Reverend Dak, notable DCC community personality and actual Goodman Games editor, went through and did a fantastic job editing the zine. I feel really great about the finished product, and I am really excited to get it into people's hands. So, the one thing that we are waiting on, we are actually waiting on a third set of proofs, because not only did I have to correct those typos, but there was a serious issue, as you can see, that this table goes right up to the edge of where they cut, and the PDF I sent them is not like that at all, and it is like that throughout the book. So, I ordered a new set of proofs. They should be done today or tomorrow. I gave very specific details as to what needs to be fixed. And so, yeah, I am hoping that I'll be able to pick those up, approve them, and then place the order for the actual copies. That means that the copies should be done either early next week, assuming that the proof gets approved today or tomorrow, or it'll be late next week. That the printing will be done. But either way, next week we will start shipping Tragedy at Woodwitch Rise. And so I am so excited to have this done off the queue and get it out to people. I'm very excited about the zine. It started out when I launched the Kickstarter. It was supposed to be just a 24-page zine based around the final encounter, and instead it ballooned into this nice, thick 48-page zine. There were PDF versions that I had sent out via DriveThruRPG that featured a spot color of gold in the logo and or the writing on the cover, and I chose to ditch that because it was going to jack up the price of the zine to the cost of how much I charge for one of these. In fact, even with this cover at 48 pages, I have to charge $18 per zine, which is dramatically more than what I charged all of you on Kickstarter. So that is the nature of the game. Printing costs go up, postage goes up, everything goes up. So it's just something that I have to deal with. But those of you that have pre-ordered, some of you will notice that the pre-order cost changed. That is why. It is because of the fact that when I got the quote, I was like, whoa, this is more expensive than what I anticipated. So let's talk about what is next, because pretty soon this will be gone, done, shipped. So the next thing is going to be, I know I've said in the last like 6 videos that the next thing is Rabid Dogs Volume 2. But it's actually going to be Peculiar NPCs. And why am I going to move to Peculiar NPCs next? Well, it is because of 2 important factors. One, it is supposed to ship this month, and it is not going to ship this month because it is not done. Why is it not done when all of the art for all of the cards is already done? Because I have the one stupid final detail that I need to finish, which is designing the box. And I've been putting it off because the way my brain works is, oh, Rabid Dogs is next. I need to prioritize that. But the fact of the matter is designing the box and ordering the proofs is going to take 1 day to 2 days max. And so it just makes sense to get it done. so that it can be done relatively on time. There are people that, the whole point of the project was it was supposed to be hey, this is a quick little thing that I can bang out and send out to people, and people have seen me using the cards at conventions. They're very excited about them. Just get it done. And since it's only going to be 1 or 2 days to do that, that's going to be next. And I'm hoping that I will have that finished this weekend. That is the goal. So let's talk about Rabid Dogs Volume 2. So I already started commissioning art. You may have already seen, I'm pretty sure I posted it somewhere already, probably in the Rabid Dogs Kickstarter post, that Ricardo Gaspar had finished art for a dog in armor, since there are dog armor rules in the equipment section of Rabid Dogs Volume 2. But looking over, I've sent out PDFs of where the document is right now. There's a lot of space that needs to be filled with art. Some of that will be filled with stock art, but otherwise I need to commission things to fill in those other spaces. And so the amount of time that it's going to take to commission and complete the art and get the editing complete is going to take several weeks. And so as of right now, Rabid Dogs will be done and ready to ship sometime in October. So that is where that is. And I also dropped something on the floor, so you're going to see my head disappear for a second. All right. Let's talk about Standard Courier Volume 2. Now, this is the most... this is the zine project that is getting the most attention in the comments, yada yada. I know people are very excited, and they're frustrated because it was supposed to be done in the spring and it's not done yet. But this is also a very important project because the Standard Courier Volume 2, yes, it's a collection of NPCs. Yes, it's additional information on the town of Stennard. Yes, most of it has been used at the table, the ideas, the concepts, etc. And I've been using the cards of the various NPCs at conventions like Urhan Leech Gripper, etc. But I need to make sure that it's awesome. And why do I need to make sure that it's awesome? Because Stennard is, what Breaker Press is. That is our flagship. That is our thing that we are most focused on, that I am most focused on. And I need to make sure that it is ultimately awesome, because it is going to set up the future of what's going to happen next with Stennard. So very important that I get it done right. And so instead of saying that it's just going to be out the month after Rabid Dogs, I am going to give myself a little bit more time for it to percolate. And that means that instead of saying November, I'm going to say December, January. Give me some time. I want it to be awesome, and I will make sure that it is worth it for all of you, that the wait a little bit longer is going to result in something awesome, and we'll have something thrown in extra for making you wait. So that is where things are at with all of the Kickstarters. Patreon, last month was the emergency character record sheets, which was a 50 character sheet pad. These are available now in the Breaker Press web store, as are the Prowler, which was a thief class that has been modified to be themed to Stennard. It has Dirty Deeds, so it replaces the backstab rules with its own Dirty Deeds rule for different sneaky attacks, as well as the Prowler has a rules for ear to the ground that helps them be better at collecting rumors than other PCs, etc., etc. So there's a lot of cool little things in here. It's a unique little class. I'm proud of it. So the other thing that happened recently, finishing up on Patreon, I do not know what the Patreon reward is going to be for September. I've got a bunch of different things that are started. We'll figure out what I finish this weekend. It's going to be as much of a surprise to me as it is to you, but it will be done very soon. And then I just did a reprint of The Precipice of Corruption. This is the 4th printing If you already own it, you do not need the 4th printing, but there are some tweaks in here. I adjusted the stat blocks slightly for no lids as well as corpse crawlers. There is a encounter that had incorrect. I used luck rules incorrectly when I wrote this in 2018. It was released in 2021, but even by then I hadn't fully assimilated the luck rules, and that slipped through as being erroneous. So that's been fixed as well. And it is the tiniest little thing, but it irked me. And don't call me a George Lucas, but when there's like little things like that, I have to fix them. So that is what is going on with stuff. There will also need to be a reprint this month of Hillwood Camp. And I expect that there will be a couple of little tweaks in that as well. That is everything that is going on with Patreon, Kickstarter. I'm not going to get into things that I'm planning for the future, but I'm discussing some things. Trevor is from Tales from the Smoking Worm is my sounding board for a lot of things, and I also just pitched some ideas to Joseph Goodman, so we'll see what happens with that. All still third-party standard stuff. But, before I go, I do want to tell people, convention's coming up. I will be at GameholeCon. I will be running the Goodman Games booths, plural. You will be able to find me at the Goodman Games booth. Additionally, if you have not been following the Patreon page and you are a patron, I am running games on Thursday and Friday night that are for patrons, staff from the Goodman Games booth, and friends. Signups for that will be posted on the Patreon later today. Additionally, what else? I will be at UConn in Ypsilanti, Michigan, I believe it is. That is in mid-November. And then I will also I'm helping to organize a gaming area at Milwaukee's annual Krampusnacht Festival. It is a event that happens in downtown Milwaukee. It is spread out over multiple buildings in the brewery district of Milwaukee. And the gaming will be set up to finish in time for the crown jewel of Krampusnacht, which is the monstrous Krampusnacht parade, where a bunch of people in just totally decked out monster costumes, Krampus costumes, march the streets of Milwaukee. So, check out. Talk more about that when I have more details. So that is everything that you need to know about what is going on at Breaker Press Games. I am sorry for the delays, but the queue is almost cleared. Everything that I have been talking about this year, we've been knocking things down one after the other, after the other, after the other. Yes, things are late, but they're getting done, and they will be shipping soon. So I hope this finds you all well. Thank you for supporting indie games and indie game designers. Here are some other announcements. Oh no, I bumped the wrong thing. All right, see ya. A Nice mutt wrangler has become overwhelmed. Her family is being threatened by poachers. Candace, Keykeeper of the Protectorate, believes she would be a possible future champion of the Helm Vengeance because of her fearless demeanor and sense of justice. But for this 15-year-old girl, it is all too much. So she runs away to be alone and reflect. When she doesn't return within a few hours, her family fears that she is in trouble, particularly when her younger sister is certain she knows where she went, through the dangerous Whispering Wood, to a landmark called Woodwitch Rise. Tragedy at Woodwitch Rise is a 48-page saddle-stitch zine adventure for DCC RPG. It is designed for 5 to 16 PCs levels 0 to 2. It takes place across 5 variable wilderness locations. The zine features 6 new monsters, 2 new NPCs, and 8 possible encounter locations. The adventure ends with a race against the clock in a sprawling boss fight encounter against a woodwitch trapped within an enormous tree. Tragedy at Woodwitch Rise is in the final stages of editing and is about to go to the printer. We are opening up pre-orders now through breakerpress.storenvy.com. Follow the link in the comments below to pre-order your copy today or to take advantage of our fantastic Mutt Wrangler Saga bundle deal. Thank you for supporting indie games and indie game designers. How would you like to get grimdark content sent to your mailbox every month? Become a noble patron on the Breaker Press Patreon, and you will get cool stuff like encounter pamphlets and class guides sent to your mailbox. It's $5 and above. Go check it out in the doobly-doo below.